Hello everyone, welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2, the Slayer of Kings campaign.
Chaos.
Last time, we basically broke Kislev. Like, they still have forces left, don't get me wrong, but for all intents and purposes, Kislev has been rendered worthless and useless. Just because I thought it would be a good idea to do so. Now, I could build the Unholy Legion next turn, but not only would that take up most of my money, Chaos Warriors! And then I can, after that, quickly get the Ruinous Altar, which not only gives me more upkeep production for Chosen and Chaos Warriors, lets me get the upgraded version of Chaos Warriors, like the Great Weapon Troops, who are actually surprisingly good as our aspiring champions. Seriously, don't underestimate aspiring champions, especially against the undead, or anything else with lots of physical resist. It gives you Horde recruitment capacity +1. This doesn't sound like much a lot of the time. Hell, a lot of the time it isn't much.
My destiny lies this way.
How much do I need to raid? 50%. Ick.
Move.
Alright, and camp for greater replenishment, I guess. It can't hurt to have more troops. Of course, we're working on erecting our ruinous monuments. Now, Dark Standards is helpful, but it's not the first thing you should invest in. Aspiration for Greatness is also helpful, but I'm going to aim for Blood for the Blood God first, because as I've said, money! 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 Coin! Shiny objects! Favor of the Dark Gods! All basically the same thing. Also, that reminds me, do I have any extra items that I could give this sorcerer? Nope, both of them are owned by Archaon. Oh well. Well, let's end the turn. Kislev no longer has the forces to actively oppose me, the mobile forces that is. They can still hold at major capitals due to walls and garrisons, but that's going to change. That's going to change very, very soon. Because I am going to chop them up into little tiny pieces. Honestly, the only reason I moved to the east, besides making Sigmar jokes, because his final act in life was to walk to the east, was that I wanted to make sure Kislev's mobile forces didn't, like, shit out another stack in Plutonium land or something. Do you want to move up here and take the two minor settlements that are here, and then start moving in on the Norse again? Because the Norse are easy meat for experience, horde growth, and minions. Mostly the minions. Also, by the time I get up there, I will have the ability to wipe out Krokadrak. Because I will have Chaos Warriors and not just Marauders. Throwing Marauders at Dwarves is suicide. Throwing Chaos Warriors at Dwarves is a much more equitable equation. I doubt he'll get chosen, though, because that needs a tier 4 Horde, and that's 4 turns of growth. And that's 4 growth. Which is quite a bit. Honestly, last turn I really could have lost the game if Castle von Rauken's forces had decided to sally out. Thankfully, I must have still looked dead hard enough that they didn't dare try and kill me, so yay, I guess? Here's the Skaven, who I'm actually curious about and kind of want to fight. Just because I want to see how Chaos matches up, but again, I'm really waiting on my Chaos Warriors. Barristan lanes are gone. Nobody is surprised. I'm gonna have to go push Surthax shit in. He may be the ever-chariot, as the memes go, but alright.
The storm of chaos gathers.
Move up. Move up just a little bit more. This is a nice feature that Chaos has. If you try and build something, you encamp automatically. Next turn, my costs are going to go down by quite a bit because my Chaos Warriors will be cheaper. By 16 times 3 plus 18. Which doesn't sound like much. It's not even 100 gold pieces, but... well, 100 favor, but given the amount I'm making, that's actually pretty good. You're definitely meant to make most of your money off running around demolishing things, though. Don't think anyone's gonna doubt that. Of course, next thing I'm going to grab is the upgrade to the Blasphemous Icon, because more recruitment capacity and the actually good Chaos Warriors. These three Marauders are going to be replaced by Chaos Warriors, but mostly I'm going to be using the Great Weapon. I'm going to be replacing the Great Weapon Marauders with Great Weapon Warriors and 1 unit of Halberdiers. Because while you do want somewhat tanky troops for Chaos, their Great Weapon troops are really scary. The subtle hint in the Chosen still applies to Chaos Warriors as well. In fact, you know, just to save myself 75 money, because then again, the Skaven could just stab me in the ass. They do that, so I think I might not do that. I was going to just get rid of these guys for the sake of efficiency, but I am glad I have Horse Masters, though. They definitely were very helpful in that battle. Horse Masters killed quite a lot of things for me. Kept the enemy distracted, and of course, I had wiped out their Pistoliers, which means that the most dangerous force to Chaos, Missile Cavalry, and other harassment troops had been evaporated from the field. Here, the man who I killed was also supposed to be boss of Kislev, if memory serves. That you could argue that the Slayer of Kings has already tasted its first bit of blood. A thin trickle, to be sure, in comparison to the grand torrents I plan to slake its gut with, but hey. The regicidal edge has been slaked just a bit. Still want to kill the dwarves, though. Not for the sake of, like, they have a lord or anything up there, but because they're a real nuisance if you leave them alone otherwise. The Norskins have a lot of trouble dealing with it, and unlike in a normal game, Chaos doesn't get to shit out stacks via plot power. No, you actually have to work for your damn firepower. Granted, once you get Chaos Warriors, pretty much everything in the early game is roll over it with infantry because you're playing Space Marines and everyone else is trying to match you numerically with Imperial Guard, but hey. Come on, hurry up. And they're not going towards me, they're going to take Zavastra. Interesting. The Skaven appear to be trying to clean up in my wake. I might need to deal with that. Then again, it would deny enemy territory. On the other hand, it means I'm going to get less good fights. Oh, it's McCaffin. No, it's got a full stack. How about fuck off? Sorry, Chaos. Gods, no, fuck off. You have a terrible idea, and I'm not following it. Also, Specialist gets that. Neat. Kinda want to get that, just because steel technology is good, but I want this guy in my army right now. Also, you think immortality would be easier to get for Chaos, because the gods are known for giving it. But, no, I guess. Alright. Magic Missile! Sorry, Fireball! Not Magic Missile. It's a missile, and it's magical, but it's not a magic missile. Copyright! Copyright! Copyright, I say! Alright. I could actually recruit some troops this turn, but I think I'm just going to move up towards Fort Ostrosk. Who knows, maybe the AI won't have a stack there. They have one stack there, and it's got basically a lord.
The gods direct me!
Alright, how much does it cost for me to build this? 1,500, so I can spend all but 1,500 of my coin this turn. That means I probably can afford to recruit 3 units of Chaos Warriors. Yes, I can, by quite a bit. That is a massive increase to my combat capabilities. Like, those 3 units of Chaos Warriors pretty much double my effective infantry line. Because I only had 3 units of Chaos Warriors before. The Chosen are probably worth 2 units of warriors, though, I'll say that much. Chosen are just terrifying bastards of murder. Also, something interesting. Minus 40% upkeep for all units, Ruinous War Host. Minus 30% upkeep for Chaos Warriors and Chosen. Total, minus 60%. Another minus 8%, 68%. You can get some really big discounts on your troops. You can actually make positive income if you're careful enough. Especially if you get the Pillar of Skulls as well. Granted, it won't make anything near what you need for your actual horde, but it will help ablate your costs. Oh, Fort Ostrosk has walls. I might fight that then. We'll have a siege. First siege of the game. That'll be fun. Also, I will be taking unit names for this as well, so if anyone has any suggestions for, say, my first unit of Chosen or something, well, unit of Halberdiers, or hell, the Sorcerer Lord I'm carting, sorry, not Sorcerer Lord, just a Sorcerer that I'm carting around, gimme. I'm generally pretty open to those things. Also, I know that Chaos Sorcerers aren't bad in melee, as long as you're throwing them against low-ranked units, like Swordsmen and the like. Especially as their mounts get pretty quick, so you can use them as anti-cavalry while you're, sorry, not anti-cavalry, anti-archer while you're busy having the rest of your troops tie up their front line. Don't expect them to get stuck in and kill blend things, though. That's not the job of Chaos Sorcerers at all. Well, unless you stack a bunch of magic buffs on them, but you can stack those magic buffs on Chosen. Why the hell would you buff your Sorcerer? You can buff your Chosen. You're leaving... Wow. Wow, Warhammer 40k, that's the sort of thing that gets you shot by the Commissar for cowardice. Wow, he ran away! From the best place to hold me at, too, Fort Ostrosk. He ran away! Like a little bitch! Wow! That's about all I can say there. Wow! He ran away like a little bitch. Oh great, the Skaven have a second stack. Okay, yeah, I'm going to want to wipe them out sometime soon. Partly because I want to see how they fight, partly because I'm kind of curious on... Oh, help, it has a 17-strong garrison. What's in the garrison? No room to raid it. Not in my plans. Sorry. What's your garrison look like? Invisible. Right.
Yes! Brain corruption! Never stop!
Move up. Can I see what help it looks like now? No. Oh, 2 cards of abominations? Seriously? Guys, really?
Sirius' eye guides me. I am the chosen of the gods.
No, I don't have a better chance to attack them this turn. If they sally out, I can just hammer them. Build a battering ram so I can just get in there. I'll put a unit of Chaos Marauders behind it, I guess. Throw everyone else at the walls and have them climb ladders like real men. They've got a lot of swordsmen, but I have just as many Chaos Warriors. 32-32. 37-46. 100 armor to 30 armor. 60 leadership to 89 leadership. 36 weapon strength to 31 weapon strength. 14 charge bonus to 20 charge bonus. They are, in a word, fucked. Spearmen have less melee defense than my Chaos Warriors, for Armok's sake. 42 to 44 unaugmented. I believe I deal more armor piercing damage too. 23-8 to 26-10, yeah. Chaos Warriors are going to go through swordsmen like chunky salsa. Chunky salsa. If they try and sally, well, that actually might be a better idea because they do have Empire Knights. Cavalry may be bad on the defense, but they're pretty good on the attack. And they could drag in a Lord. Lords can be pretty scary in a fight.
Your demise is
The worst thing that I could do is hammer me with Kislevian forces and then have the Varg come in. That would be the worst case scenario for this situation. I don't think it's going to do that though. The Varg don't have a full stack, and it seems to be, and they're limited to Great Weapon Marauders as their best forces for killing Chaos Warriors, which are not going to do too well, especially as I have a large amount of Great Weapon Marauders myself to tie theirs up. In addition, I don't believe they can get Horse Masters, at least right now. So I should have an advantage in the realm of cavalry unless most of their stack is cavalry, in which case I'll be able to crumple their infantry line while my cavalry and my hounds hunt down their cavalry and try for defeat in detail, or at least wiping out enough of them that they'll flee. Overall, I'm fairly confident in this, unless I get much more wrecked at Fort Ostrosk than I expect to. I will be playing this battle, it will be the first siege of the game, and we'll get to see how Chaos sieges. It's very similar to how everyone else sieges, spoiler alert. Also, I'll be able to get a load of dosh, which I'm going to spend on, well, upgrades. Specifically that shrine. And a bunch of Chaos Warriors, because Chaos Warriors are amazing. I know I talk about them and say they're amazing a lot, but seriously.
You catch me in a moment
Amazing.
of this rage, creature. I may spare your soul.
You're giving me money. I don't really care if I get at war with more people, so I shouldn't have too many issues. I don't think Chaos takes penalties for making treaties with other Chaos factions. The Beastmen will take growth penalties, though. Because I think you're a wimp who talks to other people. And doesn't just push their shit in all the time. Wimp. Yeah, the Varg are fucking off. Bet you they're taking advantage of the wounds I'm leaving in Kislev's armies. If I see Prague wiped off the map, I won't even be surprised. Do I take penalties for what I did? Doesn't look like it. No. No, I don't seem to. Good.
Unleash chaos!
Oh, that's cute. The AI thinks can win. Absolutely adorable. Y'all are gonna die. Again. And again. I'm going to kill every last one of you, Empire dogs. The dark gods have blessed me and chosen me. Your priests are absent. Your holy men are not here, cowering in their churches. But the dark gods' chants will march forevermore. Forevermore. They will never stop. They will never relent. Not until this world is burned. Burned in ash and cinders. I will let daemons cavort amongst your corpses were I able to, but unfortunately that faction is likely being saved for the third game. There's no map expansion as far as I'm aware that's planned for the third game, though we may get another situation like Aethel Loren was, in that Aethel Loren, before the Wood Elves came out, was simply a barrier. Like, you could not go through it at all. But once the Wood Elves came out, well, we got the Aethel Loren we've seen in my Let's Plays. A gigantic pain in the ass that nobody likes because they keep declaring war on the Empire at the wrong times. I'd honestly bet on my Great Weapon Marauders being able to kill their swordsmen if it weren't for their archers and towers softening me up. And my Chaos, and I have just as many Great Weapon Marauders as they do swordsmen. Why are my Chosen pushing a battering ram?
Chosen! Yes!
Saw that. Alright. This flank,
Chaos Marauders!
I'm going to make the flank of Marauders.
Now is our time! Your will!
Like, my Marauders are going in on this flank.
Eye of the gods!
They're going to be supported by my cavalry and my hounds, while my warriors march up from this flank. I'll force them to split their troops.
Horseman! Now is our time!
And they're going to have a very bad time. Archaon will provide support on the flank with the Marauders, while the Wizard will provide support for the Chaos Warriors on the grounds that they don't need much help. You guys, get the gatehouse. You guys, climb the walls. You guys, get the gatehouse. You, climb the walls, because if you go down the walls, everything in your path is gonna die. You guys, get up here and start playing harassment. I'll lose a lot of you, but I don't care. You're expendable. Every single person here is expendable in the eyes of the gods. Alright, that's everyone moving.
Chaos Marauders! Climb their beautiful walls!
My horsemen are getting shot up, as are my warhounds, but the warhounds do have that innate 15% missile resist. Granted, it's going to hurt, but hey. I do think I'm going to push through this place like butter, though. Like, holy shit.
Chaos Sorcerer!
Fire your fireball, sir!
Forces from the god of magic.
Can you actually kill anything with this? 7 crossbowmen dead.
Chaos
Not
Warriors.
bad. That shielded rule of 55% is really nice, though. Like, holy shit, that's really good.
Yes!
Oi!
Mortal
Shoot them! How's the gatehouse doing? The dogs have gnawed down nearly a quarter of a gate by themselves.
Marauder Horseman!
Back off and get into the forests.
Chaos Marauders!
I don't want to waste you. After all, if I lose this unit, I lose 1 point of veterancy. Veterancy, however you say it. It's always one of those words that's kind of hard for me to say. You can see here that Chaos Warriors have their armor as a big advantage. They also can pull ladders right out of the warp like every other faction.
Chaos Marauders!
I storm the walls! Are you going to stop me? Can you stop me, chosen of the light gods, I suppose would be a good way to put it. I don't think they have enough people to actually stop me on both flanks, to be honest. We started with actually slightly superior numbers on my side, which is kind of horrifying from the point of view of normal people. Granted, if I replaced my Marauders with Warriors, they'd have outnumbered me slightly, but I had replaced my Marauders with Warriors, I wouldn't need to bother with anything else.
Now is our time! Yes? Fight!
Chase them down!
Clear the Shadows! Keep clear! Lord of the End Times!
Get on those crossbowmen, boy. Give this unit a buff, they need some help.
I control Six's gates! Wipe them out! What do you bid? My God's call!
Charge!
Slaanesh's perverse glory! Seed of blood! Undivided! God's bloody glory! Name your demand!
Keep moving in. If I crush them on the walls, they will have much more of an issue. How's the gate doing? 83%. The battering ram only just got there. Ick.
Marauder horsemen!
A few shots they fire barely wounded the spearmen. The enemy gate is down. I repeat, the enemy gate is down. Ah, they have spearmen. Still, 2 cards of these guys should be able to wreck them, along with a card of Marauders to help. 3-on-1 odds is a scary son of a bitch to deal with, after all. These Marauders are steadily killing. Archaon, to no one's surprise, is absolutely wrecking ordinary humans in combat. That's what happens when you're the closest thing to a Primarch a setting has. Glad Sigmar himself is complete bullshit. None of my Chaos Warriors are doing any worse than having even combat. And even then, I think that's being a bit buggy, honestly.
The eye opens!
My Chosen are having great fun, killing absolutely everything in their path.
Many glories!
Keep pushing it in. The more dying on the walls, the less will be able to fight me in the courtyards, and I'd rather fight on walls than in courtyards.
Marauder horsemen! Faster, a blade's hunger!
Ever Chosen, buff up the unit of Chaos Marauders here so they can kill better.
Give us glory!
Keep killing. Keep killing. You're not doing anything, are you?
We want
Push the swordsman!
Watch! Your will!
Hang on, you're just capturing things. You should actually be killing. Get killing.
They're casting spells! To despoil!
They're winded. I'm very tired.
Chosen!
But yeah, Great Weapon Chosen should never be out of the fight.
Obliterate them!
Like, the sheer value of having a unit of Chosen smash a thing is just... It's so hard to overstate, I'm not sure it's possible. Meanwhile, Archaon is having fun. Oi!
What?
Stop fucking around and kill things, you shit.
Burn!
This unit of Chaos Warriors is getting a bit dinged up, but they are wrecking quite a bit of face. Swordsmen can at least slow down Chaos Warriors. They won't stop them, but they will at least slow them down. It's about the best you can say for swordsmen. Against Chaos, they're going to slow down the actual dangerous troops. Oh my! Quickly, quickly, punch through, punch through. Marauders push into the spearmen. But the hounds should hunt down the jackasses. Oh god damn it, they put their spearmen on the wall. That explains it. Clever boys. A futile effort, to be sure, but...
Undivided!
Clever nonetheless. The question is quite simple. Can they win the infantry grind? The answer to that question? I think no.
Kill them all!
Look at the Hound just gut that unit of crossbowmen. They are being shredded. This poison is just so nasty. Minus AP damage, minus weapon damage, minus speed. Being poisoned is basically a death sentence against anything resembling a peer opponent. I wouldn't describe Warhounds as a peer of swordsmen in any way, shape, or form due to the sheer statistical evidence. Still pretty scary.
My magic is ready!
The question at this point is not victory. The question is when the victory is. Ah, you've used all your ammunition to kill.
Gods command me!
You're only broken. You're not destroyed. chase you down with dogs.
Reap their souls.
Chunky swordsman salsa. Holy hell.
Slay every at your command. I serve. Their will be done. Kill them.
Push!
Chaos comes. Kill them all. Chaos is strike. Chaos warriors. Seas of blood. They will cower. Nurgle's pestilent glory. Kill, maim, burn.
They're having a massive rout overall.
Archeon. Chaos marauders. Very well. Eat your souls. Chaos marauders.
Yeah, they've all been broken at this point. I've got 500 more troops for them.
Attack the martyrs! The Dark Gods command me!
If you kill the Lord and make it stick, that's going to be helpful. You guys, help butcher that unit of swordsmen, please. Boy, Warhounds, I gave you an order. What, you think you're on your Angron's command? Too fucking bad. The knights have been staying back like cowards. Let them be torn from their saddles by dogs. Oh. Mildly problematic. Oh well, every single one of my Marauder units is completely expendable. Completely and utterly expendable. Because they're going to be replaced after this battle by Chaos Warriors. Because fuck you! Chaos Warriors!
Chaos warriors!
I'm going to try and build a bit of a critical mass of them over here, though. I don't want to just feed them into a grinder like I do with my Marauders.
So be it!
Wow. Even with poison, the Knights are kind of winning. In fact, drop the kind of winning. They're just flat out winning. Nice, dudes. That's actually pretty impressive. I threw a lot of bodies at you. The fact that you're still alive is very good. Good show, sir. Good show. Unfortunately for you, sir, you're fucked. And not in the fun way.
Reap their souls!
Get down there.
I am channeling. Moving.
Pretty much all the rest of these troops I can just drag down.
Finch's will. Going.
One very large, very grouchy lump of chaos troops.
Time to destroy.
The Ever-Chosen moves in, barely damaged.
Devil in my destiny.
So he took like 600 health points of damage. He has really good melee defense at 60 and really good armor at 120. What's his shield rating, actually? I forget what Archeon's shield rating is. Usually silver means 55, but sometimes it's 60%. Yep, 60%. It's one of the weird situations. Alright. Cascading fire cloaks will get on these Marauders. Just give them survivability. I don't expect it to change much, but Archeon showing up should at least give these guys the Lord's Presence leadership buff. Lord nearby, +8. Yes, good.
Slay them! Avert them! Run!
Army losses broke them. I'm not even surprised. It's probably going to record as a close victory or something because of how many of my Marauders I threw away like the trash they are. And the fact that the AI the auto-resolve kind of works on numbers quite a lot. By kind of works in it quite a lot, I mean it works in it a lot. Holy shit. That was a surprising spike here, though. It'd be real awkward if it crashes. There we go. Close victory. I'm not even surprised. I freaking called it. Their knights killed quite a lot, but that's because I threw trash at their knights. My highest killer was Archeon, to my mild surprise. They got quite a few kills, but that was mostly the forces that were facing the actual, Marauders. There's a long difference between a Viking charging you with not much armor and a Viking with superhuman powers and powers and blessings from black gods charging you. Chaos Warriors are pretty terrifying like that. But yeah, now that I've got Chaos Warriors, I can just do things like, yes, I'm going to throw one of my units at 2 of yours, and I'm going to win, or at least deal so much damage I may as well have won once the other 4 catch up. Hound's got a good few kills too. Great Weapon Marauders acquitted themselves lovely. Surprisingly enough, the AI's highest killer was a unit of Spearmen. I am actually a little bit shocked by that. Still, I lost more than they have remaining. Alright. I'm taking the 4.5k. Man's Ruin! I love this trait because it's so good for if you're playing as Chaos. Magister's pretty good, but Man's Ruin has the whole +5 leadership versus men in your army, and that's just... It's so hard to argue with that. It is so hard to argue with that. Anyway, Hearts of Iron. Let's go! We also unlocked the Slayer of Kings quest due to hitting level 8. It's got a pretty strong buff, to be brutally honest, and it will let you wreck most lords in close combat quite quickly. Next turn, though. The Ruinous Altar. If I had waited a turn, I could have gotten 20% more coin from that, but whatever, I'll take that at Fort Straghov. Heck, maybe I'll delay on building the altar and just move on Straghov and raise it. Can't hurt me. Early game Chaos is once you get Chaos Warriors, is basically, okay, what do I want to smash next, okay? Next, and next, and next, and next, and... It does get rather more complicated with 2 hordes, though, because you want to make sure that, well, the horde that gets better, the horde that's newer, gets most of the combat. Because that way it can, you know, sack the place and get growth. You also want to make sure the newer horde isn't going to drain your reserves too massively while you build it up to a respectable amount of coin saved. There's one of the things you can do that's actually pretty useful is use your main horde to recruit troops, throw them into a secondary horde. While they'll cost a lot more, well, it's still, you know, another stack of high-end troops instead of like a stack of marauders. If I had to choose between a stack of marauders and a stack of chosen, I think I've spoken of my views on chosen enough that you'll know exactly which one of those two I'm going for. Never mind things like dragon ogres and chaos knights. Shaggoths. Oh, it's going to be fun when we get to Shaggoths. Those guys are cool. They're like giants, but they're actually good and cool. They don't look like fat-ass dumbass, and they're not a bunch of inbred rednecks of fantasy. No, seriously, the reason giants look like such shits is because they're titanically inbred. Because they're all a bunch of idiots. And they got completely screwed by the ogres in their actual homeland, so anything resembling civilization among the giants has been exterminatised. They're damn useful in a fight, though, even though they're kind of crippled. Large, angry, and mostly drunk. Wants to build a war shrine. The fell gods of chaos ask for total and complete devotion from their followers, and they grow strong upon the conflict and bloodshed they unleash. In exchange, the ruinous powers offer their champions dark blessings, gifts that make the faithful mighty indeed. For the chosen few, whose heaped sacrifices draw the gaze of their patrons time and time again, no reward, not even that of immortality, is beyond their grasp. Yet Archaon's destiny drives an ambition higher still, and his power grows ever greater. And as his power grows ever greater, it demands a war shrine to focus the gaze of the dark gods upon him above all others. Chaos War Shrine
Your
is...
prestige grows, my lord.
Oh, nice. That's good timing. The War Shrine is the final tier 1. All I'm going to do is move until I get in camp. So I get just in camp. So I get closer to Fort Straghov. Camp. Grab this.
I'll ignore that.
Ah, and looks like my sorcerer got a buff too. I'll get him Kindle Flame, because that's what reason. Because then when he casts, fire damage will be increased. So if I throw him Flaming Sword of Hruin, well, throw Flaming Sword of Hruin on someone, well, they're going to deal a lot of damage. Flaming Sword of Hruin is much better now, because now it imbues magical and fire damage. It also improves your missile damage. The Burning Head now causes burnt, which is a lovely change. Funnily enough, these two don't. I'm going to chalk that up to game mechanics. Because why would one fire attack cause less burning than another fire attack? That doesn't make much sense to me. Yeah, next turn, 1 unit of Halberdiers, just for the sake of anti-large, and 5 units of Great Weapon Chaos Warriors, who cost the same amount as my Halberdiers. This will put me in the red, somewhat, but I have faith in my ability to kill absolutely everything. Blood for the Blood God. Ah, blood for the Blood God. I love that technology. Plus there is something of an equation based on the wealth of a province, and dwarves are well known for having very wealthy provinces. Oh yes! Straghov, Zoyshenk, and then up to Kazid, Born-Karag, and the Krakadrak before I remind the Varg why you don't fuck with the Ever-Chosen of Chaos. At least not if you want to live. Also, I want to be up there so I can lock Sigvald. You generally want Sigvald as your second lord, though Kolak isn't bad by any means. Sigvald just has the whole Horde Growth +1, which is really, really nice. Like, holy shit. Infernal Dominance is also a really good trait. But Sigvald makes your Horde grow faster, and given how slow early Horde growth is without that +4 bonus you start with, ugh. Demolish Straghov. Move as close to Zoyshenk as I can while encamping. Encamp and recruit 4 more troops, 1 unit of Halberdiers, 3 units of Great Weapon Warriors. I think is going to be how we're going to play the next few turns. It's much easier to plan your turns out in advance as Chaos, especially early on, because you only have 1 stack. You don't need to worry about your income too much, because you can just get more by finding the nearest guy and punching him in the face until he gives you his lunch money. And then you take his lunch money, jam it down his throat, choke him to death on it, and offer his sacrificed soul to the dark gods. What? Fine, I'll be at war with Hochland. I don't care, it's a war. Those are good. I don't know how them declaring war made me sneeze, though. That was actually kind of weird. Fort Straghov. Once I have a full load of Chaos Warriors and have wiped out the dwarves, I might have enough ability in Archaon to give me money. I'm steadfast! I may be the Ever-Chosen of Chaos, Pact Breaker, former priest of Sigmar, turning his back on Sigmar so hard he became the favored champion of the worst foes of the Berogen. But damn it, I'll keep my word. I'm not going to keep my word unless it benefits me. I'm a frickin' Dark Lord. When have deals with those ever gone well?
You catch me in a moment of less rage, creature.
Fuck off. The only reason you're still alive is because your garrison is stupidly good and you have help at abominations. Honestly, I might just try and wait for Chosen before taking on help at abominations. Depends on how fast I can get Chosen and how fast I can, you know, get everything else done. There are such good things. Also, I'll say the attrition buff from this is from Ruination is completely useless. Gathering of Might can be okay though, but Corruption, do not bother with Corruption. You can shit it anywhere. Normal stance, demolish Straghov, because come on. It doesn't even have actually no, it has slightly more than a quarter of my number. Whatever. Goodbye. Get fucked. Give me money. Need one hell of a war chest is chaos. Hearts of Iron. Yup.
Dominance.
Unfortunately, I can't recruit more troops. Of course, I have less upkeep now due to Chaos Warriors being cheaper, and my Chosen being cheaper especially, because the first rank of this does not actually make your Chosen cheaper. But it will make Chaos Warriors cheaper. Cheaper Chaos Warriors. I could recruit an Exalted Hero, actually. I forget those costs. Oh, that's... It's gonna be painful. $250 upkeep. I'd actually go slightly into the red. I'd rather not, much as Infernal Dominance would be fun. I already have a brawler force in the shape of Archaon the Ever-Chosen. Okay, at 8 points a turn, I need 4 points to grow this. Now, remember how this used to cost 4 points? Now it costs 6, because we got this tree going. However, my next objective is going to be grabbing the Unholy Legion at 4, and then in 2 more points, grabbing the War Shrine for the sake of cheap Chosen and actual Chosen recruitment. Because if I manage to fuck up hard enough to lose this Great Weapon Chosen unit, I would be really in a pickle. Those Great Weapon Chosen have carried me through a lot of shit. I'd be interested to see if the Dwarves will move on me, though. If they move at me, they might be able to win right now. I do have a lot of Great Weapon Marauders, but Marauders are Marauders. Big Axes are no. The Chaos Warriors are going to make a good accounting of themselves, of course, but Dwarf Warriors can actually slow down and even badly hurt Chaos Warriors because of their sheer obdurate durability. Miners, though, are going to get wrecked. They may deal AP damage, but yeah. Let's just say there's a reason you never want to use miners except for their blasting packs, and even then, blasting pack miners are rapidly obsoleted once you get Longbeards. Because why have clever tricks when you can have a bigger hammer? Big enough hammer, it doesn't matter how much the enemy can shave off of you with clever tricks and tactics. Your hammer still smacks them in the face so hard that they crumple like glass. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, smash, smash. Smash, 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 smash. The Song of the Hammer. Yeah. Move down. Recruit more Chaos troops. Smash Zoishank. Move up. Recruit more Chaos troops. Start moving in on this. Might smash Erengrad, though, now I think about it. It wouldn't have immediate benefits, but Erengrad is generally a pretty rich settlement due to its unique port. It's one of the unique ports in the base game that's pretty darn good, along with the one at Marienburg, and I want to say Carcassonne, but I know that's Bordelot. The one in Bretonnia at Bordelot, the one that's kind of in between the Empire and Bretonnia at Marienburg, and the one in the north that is Erengrad. All of them are very good. I kind of want to wipe that army out. In fact, I really want to wipe that army out now. That is a really vulnerable position unless they're reinforcing. Well, nah. Not enough time left in the episode. Plus, we want to attack Zoishank. By the end of this episode, my objective is either to be recruiting or have recruited all the Chaos Warriors that I can.
No! Onward to destruction!
You can definitely see how why I say things like that the upgrade to Chaos that let them, well, replenish passively is a big game changer. 1 unit of halberdiers, and then I want 3 units of great weapons, so 3. Fire. I could use Aspiring Champions, but they're kind of eh. I've never quite figured out their point besides being Vanguard deployment in the small unit size. They do have Encourage, though, which isn't bad. But I generally haven't really figured out how to use them, honestly. They're just kind of there, I guess. Like, if you need magic attacks, they're great, but I don't really need magic attacks, so... I'm going to overflow, though, next turn, but I think I can make enough money raising Zoishank and then moving up to the dwarves that I'll be. Could go attack my fellow Norse, though. But no. Dwarves are better prey. And I'll have plenty of axes to crack their irritating little metal shells with. Main reason I want the axes is the AP, granted, but... Man, I wish I could get chosen. Never mind, sorry, I spaced out a little there, because... Still, unless this game would decide to declare war on me and attack, I should be safe. Next turn, I'll be confident that even if they do declare war and attack me, I'll be safe, because I'll have mostly Chaos Warriors as my front line. And the front line of mostly Chaos Warriors is going to go through anything short of Storm Vermin like butter, in my opinion. Come on, game. Hurry up. Otherwise, I might not get to smash Zoishank. And recruit the other 2 cards of Chaos Warriors. Mostly the smashing Zoishank thing, though, that I'll miss. This game do add an element of uncertainty to your first go, though. Kislev may be a pushover, once you get warriors, but I'm not so sure about the help, and especially the abominations. I am terrified of help and abominations after facing them in the Lizardmen campaign. Temple Guard are good. Temple Guard are very good. They're not chosen good, but they're very good. Now, they can't recruit help and abominations yet, so I'm going to be thankful for that much, but yeah. Alright. We are negative 95 in favor a turn. I can no longer sit around all the time and laze about. I must raise the settlements of my foes. Slaughter them all for the favor of the black gods. Or I'll raise them for population. Wow, that was a pathetic amount of cash. Slaughterer! Nice. Reducing enemy siege holdout time is pretty fun. Carnage and butchery itself are meat and drink to this one. Death on a grand scale provides their sustenance. Oh, that's a nice trait. Chaos wants to kill, and they're gonna kill. The Burning Head is going to be interesting. I might grab that, but I think I'll prefer the Flaming Sword of Hruin on the grounds of, well, being better. Alright. It lasts for 38 seconds when overcast, 19 seconds. Oh, it double flank. That's actually pretty good.
What?
Yeah. Next turn, move up, recruit. Then we fight dwarves next episode. Could be interesting fighting against AI dwarves. Didn't do that in my dwarf campaign for, you know, fairly obvious reasons, and when I did it with the Tomb Kings, I had panicked and buffed my infantry so high that Tomb Guard were actually trading better against dwarf warriors than they really should have. Because I'm kind of terrified of dwarf infantry lines as any other race but Chaos and Lizardmen at this point. Seriously, even a line of iron breakers will make even chosen with great weapons not stop, but it'll slow them down more than anything else I can imagine, especially if the chosen with great weapons don't happen to be under Archaon's command and thus aren't getting the melee defense and physical resist buffs that his own personal lord tree will give you. Something to note, don't expect the Slayer of Kings to be your first quest item. The War Shrine is actually fairly hard to get, due to the fact that it's locked behind tier 4, much as it's the first building tree you want to get through because your Chaos Warriors will carry you forever. Like, a stack of Chaos Warriors, even until the late game, is a very big threat to anything. It might not be victorious all the time, but if you play it, a full strength stack of Chaos Warriors will badly wound anything. Yes, I'll say that. I'll say it out loud. A stack of Chaos Warriors will badly wound pretty much anything at as long as they're at full strength. Even a gimmick build will find itself kind of pressed by sheer quality. A stack of Chosen will push through damn near anything under player control. 1-on-1. Even 2-on-1, they'll still kill a hell of a lot if they lose. If. Because with Chosen, you can go 2-on-1 as Chaos, especially if you have Hearts of Iron maxed. Ha! They have been tired from wiping out our previous army! Our hearts are iron and our blades are God blessed. What say you? Run away? Good. I needed the exercise. Or some other, generically evil line. But we'll leave the episode off here. We hit negative income. We raised an entire province. For essentially funsies. And we have Chaos Warriors, along with their special variants, the Great Weapon and Halberdiers. Next time, fighting dwarves. Gonna be fun, because it's going to be an actual fight. If you have any questions, comments, or suggestions, please put them in the comment section below. I decide I'm not going to make threads in space battles in sufficient velocity for this as an experiment. And for now, goodbye!